Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Wednesday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Golden State Warriors. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. We've got Kate Cunningham. Wiseman's out there with Bagley. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. And for Oklahoma City, Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's paired with Williams. Williams is out there with Chet Holmgren. And it's Giddey in at the one. And still so much, Greg, to learn about these teams. When do we get a sense of a team's true identity?
Well, not this early in the season. I'd say at least a quarter of the way through it. That's when you kind of get a sense of a squad's chemistry.
Now here's Giddey. Passes it to Holmgren. Over Wiseman. Holmgren can't hit. Cunningham outside. Pass to Bogdanovich. The dish to Wiseman. Shot clock at 5. Tipped away. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Giddey against Morris. Giddey kicks to Holmgren. There's the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Giddey in the corner. It's good from long range.
Boy, Giddey could not pass on what he felt was a good look. The corner three is pure.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Bagley. Puts up a three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Last game out, he had 40 points. Giddey the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, every time out, it's a learning experience to some degree, but that's not what they were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it hurts a little more when you play well and fail to close out a game. That was one they should have won.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after the basket by Detroit. Holmgren with a screen on Morris. Giddey with it. Wiseman picks him up. Holmgren. Another shot. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, I mean, take that. Holmgren, he knows defenses want to rough him up a little bit, and he welcomes the challenge.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Free throw drops for Holmgren. Greg, we were just talking about Chet Holmgren, and he's a lot tougher, I think, than his frame might indicate.
Physically and mentally, he does not back down. In fact, he's often the one who initiates contact. You think you're going to bully him, he's going to try to bully you.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
He's a real wrecking ball inside. Once Bagley has solid position, you almost have to foul him.
Here we see the Detroit Pistons, Greg, a franchise known for stifling defense.
And going back-to-back with the bad boys, then the amazing 2004 title team that shut down Shaq and Kobe. When the Pistons have been great, they've had that defense-first mentality.
And he knocks down the first one. During the summer of 2019, DB, Oklahoma City traded Paul George to the Clippers.
They got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in that trade, who goes on to become an all-NBA selection and looks like his future is like all-star level every year. Not only that, you got a boatload of picks, one of which was Jalen Williams, who's a big-time upside player in this league. Wow, what a deal for this group.
In regard to the Thunder, they had to go through, Greg, a rebuilding process not too long ago.
Yeah, it was a tough couple years, but they had a plan in place and did it the right way. They made some smart signings and created a very balanced roster.
Now here's Giddey, 17 points in his last outing.
Boy, Giddey, if he becomes a knockdown three-point shooter, you will not be able to guard this guy.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And it's Wiseman at the elbow. Kicks it to Cunningham. Morris outside. 6 to shoot. Holmgren with the steal. Giddey with it. Picked up by Bagley. From deep. Wiseman with the rebound. The Pistons trailing. Bogdanovich dishes to Cunningham. And the foul called on Kenrich Williams. That's his first foul. Wiseman finds Bagley. And Holmgren pulls it down. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Outside Williams. Inside. Holmgren the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Cunningham. Detroit, no good that time either. Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
Here's Morris after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He lobs it up and finished off by Wiseman.
And just caught the D there by surprise. Love when Wiseman goes for the big air on the alley-oop.
And the Thunder with the possession here. Now Gilgeous-Alexander driving to the basket. And that one good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
Pistons trail by 4. And it's Wiseman at the elbow. Williams against Bogdanovich. Outside, Bagley. 6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Giddey. The Thunder leading by 4. The D by Bogdanovich.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Pass to Bagley. Williams comes with the double team. Pass to Morris. Pistons passing it around. A 3 from Bogdanovich. It's rebounded by Giddey.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
Morris kicks to Bogdanovich. Bagley with a screen on Giddey. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Thunder have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. He dishes it to Holmgren. Outside Williams. Back to Holmgren. Rebound, Detroit.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Here's Wiseman. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, nice job by Wiseman to get some contact while in the act. Heady play.
Pistons have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And he makes the first.
And you got to respect how quickly Wiseman has adapted to big league play. He hit the ground running and has not looked back, always growing as a player.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Okashevsky's checked in for Holmgren. Jeremiah Robinson-Earl comes in for Kenrich Williams. And it's Dort in for Josh Giddey. And GA, in your opinion, what's the main order of business when you look at the first-year Pistons coaching staff?
Kevin, for me, they got to clean up the foul. It's often a problem for young teams, but they have the quickness and size to stay in front of people and just force contested shots.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that 3-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
Morris kicks to Bogdanovich. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Morris. Beyond the arc. Akusevsky can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Morris passes to Wiseman. Dishes it to Cunningham. Back to Wiseman. And finished off by Wiseman.
Oh, that's a big man move by Wiseman, roughing up the D with that emphatic finish.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort passes to Pokusevski. To the inside, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Fourth, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Joe's checked in, and it's Victor Oladipo in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Ivy's checked in for the Pistons. Morris, a screen. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Oklahoma City's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Here's Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
I tell you, the moment he sees the open man, Monte Morris lets it go.
Roll it.
Oklahoma City trailing. The pass to Oladipo. They set the pick. It's Dort on the wing. 5 on the clock. Good D by Bogdanovich.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Now here's Wiseman. 6 points for him. It's stolen by Oladipo. Here's Joe. Robinson-Earl over Morris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
First free throw is good. So for the Pistons, Jalen Duren comes in for Marvin Bagley. And it's Thompson in for Monte Morris. Both shots good from the stripe. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Thompson kicks to Ivy. Back to Thompson. To the middle. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Pistons lead by 2.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
The Thunder shooting just 35% to start the game. Ivy against Oladipo. And Wiseman sends it back. Bogdanovich against Dort. Now here's Wiseman. He's coming off a 19-point game against Chicago.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collected huge amounts of rebounds.
Oklahoma City has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Ivy against Oladipo. Over Ivy. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Now here's Thompson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance. Boy, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Pistons have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. So for the Pistons, Stewart's checked in for Wiseman, and Cade Cunningham subbed in for Bogdanovich. And that one misses. And the talent and the versatility Pokusevski possesses, Doris, is very evident.
There's no question, Kevin. What I'm interested to see is, can he add more muscle and weight over the course of time and focus on doing whatever he can to stay healthy long term? Because offensively, this guy has game. Pokusevski's shot ready on the catch. His mechanics are really solid.
Ivy passes to Durant. Here's Cunningham. Pokusevski grabs the miss.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And stolen by Ivy. Detroit shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. First free throw is good.
The first thing people mention about Ivy is that explosiveness. The first step allows him to get downhill and really makes him effective in those ISO situations.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Oladipo outside. To the paint. Got a hand on it. Here's Ivy. 5 points in the game. Sinks the 15-footer. Ivy's got 7 points in the game.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Pass to Robinson Earl. It's Oladipo on the wing. Ivy defending. Oladipo, the pass to Pokusevski. Count it. Pokusevski's got his second bucket.
Well, set a solid screen. Be ready to attack. He is ready on the roll. Alexei Pokusevski. Good finish.
Cunningham with it. Not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Bulls, that's for sure. Takes a three. Hits it from three-point range. And the Pistons lead by 6.
And you see that one-motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
Detroit leading by 6. Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. We've got Thompson. Cunningham is out there with Jaden Ivey. Then it's Duren. And it's Stewart in at the power forward. Cunningham finds Stewart. Misses the 3. The Thunder shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Joe passes to Williams. Holmgren with it. Back to Williams. Fires the 3. Sinks the triple. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you very much. Cade Cunningham was the #1 overall pick in 2021, and he's trying to take that next step. He says, I want to do my job. Something I really try to pride myself on is how much I care. And what I care about the most is how I can help the Pistons win. Guys, they are assembling some real talent on that team.
Oh, they are. No question, D.A. Thank you. And sports may be the ultimate meritocracy. Does it matter where you're from, Greg, your background? You got to have game, right?
Kevin, it's a beautiful thing. Some players grew up with a father in the NBA. Others were a world away. Either way, when you get here, you know you've earned it.
One drops. He ties it up.
And Holmgren possesses sky-high potential. His length and versatility making him such an intriguing prospect.
Now, here's Cunningham. Stewart, a screen for Ivey. Back to Stewart. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
Giddey against Ivey. It's Giddey with the drive. And the dunk by Holmgren.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
So it's the Pistons now. The Thunder making the shot. Here's Cunningham. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Ivey. That 3 off the mark. The Thunder have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Passes it to Holmgren. Five to shoot. Unloads. The shot by Williams, no good. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And smart choice by Cunningham, using the floater to get that one to go.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Holmgren with a screen on Cunningham. Holmgren kicks to Giddey. Williams inside, working on Thompson. Williams can't hit. Pistons leading by 3. Ivy passes to Duran. Thompson looking for an opening. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Here's Williams. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Denver.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
The 10-footer. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
That's good from Cunningham.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Bagley, he's checked in for the Pistons. Monte Morris comes in for Thompson. Morris dishes to Cunningham. Morris with the screen for Cunningham. Over Giddey. Detroit, no good that time either.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Giddey. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
We are talking about a 6'6" point guard. Shea has got a great view of the floor. What an easy pass.
Cunningham against Williams. And the pass to Bagley. On the wing, Morris. 6 to shoot. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Here's Ivy. Detroit, no good that time either.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Holmgren with a screen on Morris. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. They lead by 4. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 9. From the arc. Detroit, no good that time either. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Holmgren the pass to Williams. Back to Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3 in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
That is a difficult shot by Shea Gilgeous-Alexander under duress of the D. Wow.
Greg, isn't it amazing the way Gilgeous-Alexander has polished off his game?
The footwork, Kevin, is impeccable. 3-level scorer, makes every shot imaginable. And what's scary, this guy still has another level to get to.
Here's Giddey, following the bucket by the Pistons. Holmgren sets the screen for Giddey. Pass to Holmgren. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Holmgren's got the game tied up here for the Thunder. And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Okashevsky's checked in for Kenrich Williams. Detroit also making some changes. Wiseman comes in for Duran, and it's Thompson in for Jaden Ivey. Detroit has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Morris passes to Wiseman. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Morris dishes to Cunningham. No good on the shot. Oklahoma City's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Morris against Giddey. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points in the quarter. Pistons trailed by 3. Passes it to Thompson. Cunningham outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Giddey, no good.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Morris against Gilgeous-Alexander. 11 feet away. Holmgren with the steal. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Wiseman. Holmgren kicks to Giddey. Nobody near Williams. No good on the 3. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
And the Pistons making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. The Pistons trail it. And here's Cunningham. 10 points for him. Launches a 3. And Bogdanovich, the bucket on the assist by Bagley. Bogdanovich has got 5 points so far. Gilgeous-Alexander against Cunningham. Pass to Williams. On the wing, Giddey. The kick out to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one rolling around and rims out. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Pistons. Cunningham outside. Here's Bagley. The Thunder pull it in. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Well, there's a level of aggressiveness that you must contend with Gilgeous-Alexander on the offensive end. You love to see him force the issue.
Oklahoma City shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one drops.
Boy, the more you watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play, the more he shows you the aspects of his game just getting better and better and better.
Thompson, he's checked in for Cunningham. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Now Morris. The pass to Bagley. Inside. Looking for Wiseman. He gets it there. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 8.
And just wait until Wiseman has time to develop his moves, which are still somewhat raw at this stage.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Poked away. Detroit's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game. Oladipo, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Cunningham, he's checked in for Thompson. Morris against Oladipo. Morris passes to Bogdanovich. Off target from outside. Oklahoma City's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Oladipo. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Morris. The Pistons leading. And a wide-open look for Cunningham. No good with the triple.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Now, here's Oladipo. Still yet to score. Here's Joe. Back to Oladipo. Plenty of space. And that one, good.
Well, how about the ability to work off the basketball for a point guard? Victor Oladipo in the catch and shoot. Okay.
Morris outside. Launches it. Connects from three-point range. Morris has got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, you love the opportunity seized by Monte Morris. That three-point shot, highly valued.
Back to Oladipo. And that one hits back iron.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
Morris passes to Bogdanovich. 14 feet away. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, you have to like the balance of Bojan Bogdanovich. Keeping it through the contact. That is nicely done.
Here's Joe. Fires the three. Dort misses. Bogdanovich looking around. Pass to Cunningham. It's good. Now it's a 6-point Piston lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And so here is Oklahoma City. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. Oladipo outside. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the half. Joe passes to Robinson Earl. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Pistons leading by 6. Passes to Joe. Finished off the break.
Now, I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Cunningham with it. The three. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pistons lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And taking a look at Oklahoma City, they're going to get tested next time out there. I'll tell you that. We'll see what they got playing a top-level team. Could be a learning moment. Could be an upset, or both.
I think they're going to get eaten up.
Ooh.
Turning our attention back to the Thunder, they're in a real tooth-and-nail fight here at the break.
They're struggling to nail the shots right now. Selection is a big part of that. They got to work harder to find quality looks.
Yeah, these teams are playing at a faster pace, Shaq. I mean, sometimes you got to slow things down to get your big fellas involved, and you got to have patience.
When you say slow down, do you mean like this?
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And Morris has got the ball here for the Pistons. 4-point game. The guard pair, it's Giddey and Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams is out there with Williams. And it's Holmgren in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half with. The Thunder shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Outside, Williams wants to get it to Morris and does. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Fourth, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Greg, taking a look at Monte Morris for a second, you got to be inspired by his terrific story.
I mean, from late second-round pick to a seasoned NBA player, Morris never gave up on himself and continues to impress with each passing season.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. And here is Giddey. About 1 minute played here in the second half. It's stolen. Cunningham against Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Pass to Wiseman. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Now here's Williams. No scoring in this one. On the wing, Giddey. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his third assist on the night. Here's Morris. He has 5. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Giddey against Morris. Here's Holmgren. And Wiseman sends it back. Morris against Giddey. Morris kicks to Cunningham. There's the pass to Wiseman. Here's Morris. All sorts of time. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Giddey's got 6 rebounds in the game. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. The Pistons brought in Monty Williams to guide this team from the bottom. He said, I like those challenges, the process of building, seeing players get better, and understanding what it's like to navigate crunch time situations. For me to be able to come in now, it's part of this restoration. Kevin, Monty has plenty of work ahead.
Indeed he does, David. Thanks. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And now a chance to check out Bojan Bogdanovich. A very nice season for him last year. Last year averaged 21 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
Now, here is Morris. He's got 5. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Giddey, the pass to Williams. Williams against Bogdanovich. Pass to Giddey. Outside Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Giddey kicks to Williams. Bank shot. No good.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 14 points for him.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Gilgeous-Alexander against Cunningham. Bagley dishes to Cunningham. Bogdanovich left side. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Thunder trailing by 10. Here's Giddey. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Listen, he's going to get stronger, but you talk about guile and the willingness to battle down low. Josh Giddey is more than up to the task.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pistons.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot?
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Good on the second free throw.
Guys, we have seen a number of high-caliber players from Australia. Josh Giddey adding to the reputation of the country. This guy is long, he's versatile, and he's skilled.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 12. Looking for Wiseman. He gets it there. And that one is off. Excellent D there from Williams. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They trail by 9 points. Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on James Wiseman.
Let's remember, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 6'6", so getting on the interior is not a problem.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
And the first one at the line is good. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. Pistons leading by 7. Morris passes to Cunningham. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists now in this one. Giddey against Morris. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Morris. Tries it from 9. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Yeah, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has now emerged into a superstar, and on nights like this, guys, he's unstoppable.
Timeout called, the Pistons. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Dort's checked in.
And now we get a chance to check out Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's coming off an excellent season. 4th in steals, and he was just a machine at the charity stripe. Top 5 in the league in free throw percentage.
And clearly one of the dominant scorers we have in this league. His top 5 ranking last year puts him right there in the ranks of the elite. A 3 from Morris. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Outside Williams. Back to Giddey. Dort against Bogdanovich. Holmgren in the high post. Shot clock at 5. Here's Giddey. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on James Wiseman.
So there's that combination of size and quickness when we're talking about Josh Giddey. Hard to defend, makes the defender commit right there.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. No good on the free throw. Duren, he's checked in for the Pistons. And the second free throw, good. Pistons leading by 7. Morris passes to Cunningham. Passes it to Duren. And here's Bogdanovich, defended by Dort. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 14. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 22.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 20.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Morris inside. Giddey defending. And it's Bagley. That time on the assist by Morris. Bagley's got the lead up to 11 now for Detroit. And so here is Oklahoma City. Now Giddey. 12 points for him. Bagley brings the double team. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Giddey. Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Fades. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. Detroit leading by 11, and he's got his first chance at the line here.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
There's a lot to like about Bogdanovich's game. He's a skilled scorer, he's a capable defender, and I think there's some leadership qualities there.
Jaden Ivey, he's checked in for Cunningham. Giddey against Morris. He kicks it to Ivey. Detroit, no good that time either. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got his 6th assist on the night. For Detroit, they've gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Pass to Bogdanovich. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
You love the strong shooting of Bogdanovich, a polished player with a scorer's mentality.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Thunder. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Thunder trailing by 11. Now the pass to Robinson Earl. Now, here's Dort. And the three ball is good.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Detroit's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Morris passes to Bagley, and it's blocked.
Oh, send it back, Alexei Pokusevski. Make him feel that 7-foot frame.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. So, we'll see Jalen Duren go to the line here. That one on Dort. For Detroit, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. On the free throw, no good. The Thunder have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Oladipo finds Pokusevski. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Shot clock at 6. Here's Oladipo. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Well, there's a certain aggressiveness and assertiveness with which Victor Oladipo approaches the game. That's a pretty play through contact.
Pistons leading by 8. Morris outside. Back to Ivy. Oh, that's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Stewart's checked in for the Pistons. Thompson comes in for Morris. Clock at 2. Here's Ivy. Drills it from outside. Ivy's got 10 points in the game.
And we normally see Ivy shoot threes from up top, but no question he can be effective from the corner.
Robinson Earl, the pass to Oladipo. Here's Joe. There's the 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And Thompson kicks to Stewart. Ivy on the wing. He's got 10. Pass to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And that's nice execution out of that two-man game as Ivy there dropping the dime.
Thunder trailing by 10. 1:57 left in the third quarter of the game. There's Oladipo, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Victor Oladipo. How he did last season. Put up about 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
And he can't get the first one.
There are a few things that you love about Victor Oladipo. Number one, the energy and effort he plays with every night. His willingness to carry a load on the offensive end. But more than that, guys, it's the tone and tenor of unselfishness that he sets for this entire group.
Cade Cunningham's checked in for Detroit. Detroit leading by 9. Now, here's Ivy. Stewart passes to Ivy. Here's Duren.
Oh, and the playmaking of Ivy on full display.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. 1:27 left in the third quarter. Here's Joe. 7 points in the game. Here's the screen. Oladipo, the pass to Pokusevski. Misses from close range.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Thompson finds Cunningham. And here's Ivy. Here's Stewart. Misses the three.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Oladipo, the pass to Joe. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 3 assists in the game. Cunningham outside to the left wing. Stewart down low. It's rebounded by Robinson Earl. Robinson Earl's got 4 rebounds in this game. 16 seconds left to play in the third. Passes it to Joe. Over Cunningham. Joe can't get it to go. 1 second left. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Now, Victor Oladipo is a dependable two-way player. We know he's a great scorer, playing on the defensive end as well.
What a performance for Bojan Bogdanovic. He has been the story for the Pistons. He's at the quarter-century mark, 25 points for him in this game, as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the floor for Detroit, we've got Isaiah Stewart. Jaden Ivey is out there with Cade Cunningham. Then it's Thompson, and it's Duren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Joe. Second chance shot. Holmgren can't hit. Thompson outside. Up and in on the layup. Thompson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Pistons.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Williams. Holmgren with it. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Jalen Duren.
And you know teams are going to be physical with Holmgren, but he's aggressive, and boy, he plays with passion.
He misses the free throw.
I think for a guy like Chet Holmgren, it's about staying healthy. He has the size and skill and the mentality to be successful.
And he sinks the second. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Pass to Ivey. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. The shot by Thompson, no good. Thunder trailing by 9. Here's Dort. And Cunningham with the block.
Oh, great anticipation by Cunningham, managing to get his hand on that shot.
Holmgren in the high post. Clock at 4. Back to Williams. Offline with his 3. Pistons leading by 9. Thompson, high post. He's against Williams. Taken away by Williams. Over Thompson. Williams, that's good. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. Trying his luck from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
If he develops a consistent three-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scary.
Williams passes to Williams. To the inside. Here's Holmgren. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Down low. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it after the basket by Detroit. At the elbow, Williams. And there's the pass to Joe. 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Pistons making a change here. Weissman's checked in. Detroit leading by 12. And here's Cunningham. Kicks it to Ivy. Feeds it to Weissman. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the sheer size of Wiseman is hard to deal with inside, forcing the defense to compromise with the foul.
That free throw good from Weissman. And both free throws good for Weissman. Thunder trailing by 14. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Giddey kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Williams. To halt the run. The Thunder with another miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Thompson with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. Thompson misses. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his 1st foul of the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one drops for him. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 25 points.
That's just concentration from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy's accustomed to big-time defense.
Pistons leading by 12. Cunningham looking it over. Inside. And Duren slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Thunder have gone just 2 of 8 in this 4th quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Pistons. Weissman's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. So for the Pistons, Bagley, he's checked in for Jalen Duren. Bogdanovich comes in for Thompson. And Morris subbed in for Ivy. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Morris passes to Bagley. To the paint. Knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Goes up off the inbound. And Cunningham with the basket on the assist by Bagley. 14 points for Cade Cunningham. Thunder trailing by 16. Now Giddey. Holmgren sets the screen for Giddey. Pass to Holmgren. Over in the corner, Williams. Drills it from outside.
That's about the vision that Chet Holmgren brings to the floor. Sees the entirety of the game and finds a ready shooter.
Morris passes to Bagley. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ballgame. Oh, what a mid-air adjustment. You know, he had to alter his release point, but didn't let it throw off the shot.
Here's Morris. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. He told them it's all about maintaining the lead. He told them he knows it's easy to get comfortable when you're in this position, but that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. On defense, the Thunder, 11-point game. He kicks it to Cunningham. That shot off the mark. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Passes it to Holmgren. Now Giddey. Lets the three fly. That one doesn't drop. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. It'll go, and the Detroit lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Williams.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Bogdanovich. Wiseman sets a screen for Bogdanovich. Lets it go. Wiseman no good. The Thunder shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Here's Giddey, and he's good on the three ball.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Wiseman's got 4 points this quarter.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Cunningham, a screen on Giddey. Goes up from the top of the key. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by Wiseman.
No doubt Cunningham is adjusting to NBA defense, but he takes a confident shot there.
Giddey kicks to Holmgren. Hits the three-point bomb.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Detroit leading by 7. Morris outside. Floats one. And the rejection by Holmgren. Here's Giddey. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries. For Detroit, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Morris passes to Bagley. Morris dishes to Bagley. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. From the arc, knocks down the three ball. Bogdanovich has got 28 points for the game.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
And here is Giddey after Bojan Bogdanovich getting his shot to go from deep. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. Bagley brings the double team. Clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Williams for three.
I love how Bogdanovich gets up and tries to annoy shooters, doing all he can to alter the shot.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And that one misses. Detroit leading by 8. Now here is Morris. Outside Bagley. It's up a 3. Rebound by Williams.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good. 27 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander just taking the initiative, driving to the cup with purpose.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. Cunningham kicks to Morris. Back to Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Detroit, no good that time either. Thunder trailing by 6. Here's Williams. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
That's good from Williams. And so he makes both from the line.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Pistons. They lead by 4. Top of the key, Bagley. Morris passes to Bagley. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Taken away by Williams. Williams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA delivers in a big-time moment. Young gun, look out.
Detroit has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Right side, Bogdanovich. He feeds it to Wiseman. Back to Bogdanovich. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Williams. Oklahoma City shooting at a decent 44% clip here. They get the rebound. Holmgren can't hit. And, well, Detroit shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Detroit, no good that time either. Oklahoma City trailing. The pass to Williams. And it's Giddey in the corner. To Holmgren to tie it up. Rebound by the Pistons.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Cunningham dishes to Morris. And stolen by Giddey. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Williams can't hit. And, well, Detroit shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Morris passes to Cunningham. Knocks down the three.
Yes, sir. Cade Cunningham embracing the role of a leader.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Here's Holmgren. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. First free throw is good, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
And he shot it well in college. Holmgren hoping to see that transition to the pro game.
And he makes both free throws.
And now down to a one-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Cunningham finds Morris. Bagley with the ball. That 3 off the mark.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And now we've got the intentional foul. It's the first, and that will put them up by 2.
And Cunningham is used to having the spotlight on him, taking on the chance to come up big for his team.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're trailing by 3. We've got 13 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander buries the triple. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
And here's a timeout from Monty Williams. Pass to Bagley. Yes!
And just easy to see why people are so high on Bagley. His ability to deliver there in the clutch is impressive.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 2. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's Giddey. Money!
Oh, my goodness, Josh Giddey in a big-time moment decides to knock it down.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And here's Bogdanovich for three. Misses the three. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's paired with Williams. Holmgren is out there with Williams. And it's Giddey in at the point guard position. Now here's Cunningham. Out to Morris. Passes to Bogdanovich. Here's Wiseman. The teardrop falls in. Wiseman's got the first basket here in overtime for Detroit.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 2. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Giddey to take the lead. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Cunningham. Here's Wiseman. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Guarded now by Morris. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Great D that time from Bagley. Pistons leading by 4. Bogdanovich dishes to Morris. Now the pass to Cunningham. Bogdanovich up top. 5 to shoot. Wiseman kicks to Bagley. Bogdanovich passes to Cunningham. Here's Wiseman. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Now here's Giddey. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target with his 3. The Pistons have gone 3 for 5 for their shot since we got started here in overtime. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Morris against Giddey. Bagley the pass to Cunningham. Back to Bagley. Pistons passing it around. Pass to Morris. Now here's Bagley. Shot clock at 5. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Traps in the tray. And it's a 9-point Piston lead.
Oh, that's about excellent awareness from Bogdanovich. He knows the shot clock was dwindling, and he still gets off a quality look.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. The Thunder with another miss. Detroit with the ball. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. Cunningham gets the bucket.
That's Monte Morris at his best. Just a tremendous pass.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, James Wiseman.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight. An outstanding performance. Thunder trailing by 12. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiseman with the rebound. Wiseman's got his 16th rebound on the night. Bogdanovich with it. Defended by Giddey. The feed now to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 11 rebounds.
And how about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. And it's 6 points for Williams. Now the Pistons with it. A 14-2 run over the last bit. There's the screen. Pass to Wiseman. Bagley with a wide-open look. And then Wiseman slams it in.
And on the boards, Wiseman uses all of that height, beating out the other guys to the rebound.
The free throw, no good. Thunder trailing by 14. Here's Giddey. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
So elusive when handling the rock. What a move by Josh Giddey.
We're now over 3.5 minutes through this overtime period. Giddey against Morris. Cunningham inside. And the rejection by Holmgren.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Pistons.
You're right. Not much time left. You note they couldn't put him away in regulation, but after what we've seen here, a superb performance in overtime, they're managing to get the job done.
Yeah, just an amazing game, and ultimately they were able to just pull away there at the end.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for James Wiseman.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with the fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Here's Bogdanovich following the score by Oklahoma City. Count that one. Bogdanovich has got 33 points.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
Here's Morris. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, James Wiseman.